Welcome everyone to our first session of Teaching Peace in Schools, Cultivating Restorative School Communities. A very special thanks goes out to the Peace Alliance and also to the National Association of Community and Restorative Justice, acronym of NACRJ, for co-presenting and co-hosting this extraordinary 10-week overview course. We hope it proves to be both highly informative and inspiring, as well as a way to build a strong web of community. To that end, we've created a discussion forum at bit.ly/teachpeaceforum. That's bit.ly/teachpeaceforum. That's all one word. You will also want to keep handy the master website, which will be your access for all audio recordings, which you can revisit at any time, the resources that are coming to us from all our wonderful faculty, as well as useful links to materials and books and multimedia, as well as information that is going to be key for you for each session. So all that and more, please remember to write down, and we'll have this on the screen share tonight for you as well visually. So those of you on the screen share, you're going to get to see some wonderful visuals of tonight's presentation, as well as have very practical tools up on the screen for you to copy down and just remember for the duration. That's at peacealliance.org/teach-peace-course. The password is Peace is the Way. That's all one word. Peace is the Way. Again, the website is peacealliance.org/teach-peace-course. Password, Peace is the Way. So again, welcome everyone, and I am your host, Molly Rowan Leach. I am honored to serve as the Restorative Justice Fellow for the Peace Alliance, and I've also done quite a bit of work partnering with NACRJ to support the exponential sharings of the work of restorative practices and beyond. It's an honor to be with you tonight. And just a few little bits before we go into our time with our very special faculty and guides tonight. While you are participating in the audio broadcast of this session and all sessions, you can also be with us on the screen share. Now, you got that link in your confirmation email, and it's also housed at our master site, which I just provided to you along with the password. The atmosphere tonight, of course, and every session is one of participation and connectivity, as well as ample time for you to ask questions and address your unique needs with our faculty. Tonight, when the time comes for conversation with our guides, simply press 1 on your telephone for a question or comment. That's simply just pressing 1 on your telephone keypad. If you're coming in through Skype, you can press 1. There is a Skype telephone keypad that you can use, and it will come through to us. So we will see you and that you have a question for us. Just a reminder, next week we are going to naturally link in from tonight's session, which is, I'm about to introduce to you, of course, the title of it is Nurturing Strong Roots for Systemic Change. And next week, we'll be joined by Nancy Riestenberg and Rita Alfred for Circling the Square. And we'll be showing a slide tonight that has a little bit more information about Rita and Nancy's session. We feel that there's just a natural link from nurturing the roots into next week's session, going into really in the trenches service work that a lot of us are doing. So without further ado, of course, many of you know Kay Pranis and Carolyn Boyes-Watson. I believe they share their passion, and so many of us do, their humble commitment to the field of restorative practices in a way that tunes a chord deeply. Their co-authored books, Heart of Hope and Circle Forward, have sold fervently in many of the United States major school districts. And of course, in tonight's session, we are diving in with them to explore nurturing strong roots for systemic change. Now, just keep in mind that we will have a lot more information and links and resources for you, as well as a PDF that was sent to us, or was sent to you, that is in your email confirmation from Carolyn and Kay, that you can look at your own time. And we'll be linking that as well on our master site. Carolyn and Kay, thank you so much for joining us tonight, and let's dive in.
All right. Thank you so much,
Thank you.
Molly. Good evening, everyone. It's an honor for Carolyn and I to be with you. And we want to begin by acknowledging the land and waters of all our diverse places, the plants and animals that share this planet with us, especially those who walked these places before us, wherever we are. We wish to express gratitude to our teachers, gratitude to all of you who are gathering at this moment on behalf of young people in schools. Special note of gratitude to Molly, who so faithfully works to create spaces for us to touch one another's lives. We want to frame our conversation with you. The ideas we'll talk about are broader than circle practice. Our own work is circle-based restorative justice that includes other practices such as conferencing, restorative chat, and so on. We lead with circles for young people and adults as a Tier 1 universal practice in schools. Therefore, we may refer to circles a lot, but this session is about concepts we see as underlying all restorative practices. Drawing on that experience we do have in circle, we want to say everything in circle is an invitation, not a directive. Everything we say is an idea to consider and test against your own wisdom. If it does not fit your wisdom, please set it down and leave it. We want to offer our ways of thinking about this work, but not suggest that is the only way. We're still working on language habits to reflect that stance. So if we use words like should, must, or have to, we apologize and ask you to convert them, if you can, to invitation words, not directive words. Our offering tonight comes out of our belief that how you hold yourself in relation to those you work with is as important as what you do with those you work with. The beliefs that guide your work are as important as the strategies you use to implement your work. We often operate without deliberate and conscious examination of the beliefs that guide our work. So in this session, we want to explore key beliefs and frameworks that are foundational for us in cultivating healthy school culture using restorative practices. And this discussion is not meant to tell you what to believe, but to stimulate your own thinking about the beliefs and assumptions that are the basis of your work. So tonight we're talking about being in a restorative framework rather than doing in a restorative framework. This is about what is going on inside us. What do we believe about human nature and human potential? What do we believe about the process of learning? We invite everyone to take a deep breath and exhale slowly as we begin our exploration of these roots of restorative practice. There's a good reason democratic societies see public education as the foundation for their highest aspirations. Public education is a collective commitment to a vision of a society that affords each individual the opportunity to pursue a meaningful life. For public education to serve as the great equalizer in our society, it is essential that success be possible for all children, including those from the bottom of the social scale, as well as those in the middle and up. In the end, our schools are a reflection of our values as a society. The schools we create mirror the society we create for ourselves. Within school, the relationships that develop between adults and children mirror the relationships adults have with one another. If adults feel respected, safe, and supported, these values will be replicated in their relationships with the children. Attending to the needs of adults and to the relationships among the adults is equally important to attending to the relationships with and among the children. Ultimately, the question of how to build a healthy school community opens the larger question of how to build a healthy community within our society. We believe that the regular and routine use of circle practice and other restorative practices is a key infrastructure of a healthy school community. Because schools are the one universal developmental institution outside of the home, they are the one place where children are in regular, ongoing relationship with adults. The quality of learning and growth that takes place within school depends on healthy relationships between adults and children, as well as among adults and children. Restorative practices support individual learning and growth, and at the same time, they contribute to the development of a positive school community for all. Carolyn?
Good evening, everyone. I'm going to talk a little bit about some of the theories within social science, within education, that I think are relevant to understanding the power of restorative practices, such as circles and also conferences within schools. So there are 6 groups of theories. The first one is the whole child approach. This draws attention to the importance of social emotional learning. Insights from what we now call positive psychology have added a lot to our understanding of the importance of emotions and the role of character in academic achievement, their importance in resilience in the face of adverse life events, and successful transition to healthy adulthood. The circle is a process that intentionally speaks and seeks to attend to the whole person and to provide space for emotional, social, and moral development alongside the mental and the physical. Research confirms that skills such as empathy, patience, and emotional self-management can be learned and nurtured within the classroom and school community. The second set of theories focuses on the importance of relationships in human development and the process of cognitive and social learning. Attachment theory in psychology, choice theory within education, an ethic of care within moral philosophy, and social control theory within the field of sociology, all of these theories identify the quality of the bond between adults and children as key to learning and healthy human development. The circle, very simply, is above all a process for building relationships. So we believe that the use of circle and other restorative practices will strengthen trusting and caring relationships between adults and children, as well as among adults and among children, in a way that's highly beneficial to lifelong cognitive and social learning and well-being. The third set of theories falls under the broad umbrella of a whole school approach, highlighting the importance of a positive school climate, a sense of belonging, and a sense of connectedness among schools and adults to the school community. The circle is a space designed to promote a sense of belonging, to cultivate awareness and consideration of others, and to ensure respectful democratic participation for all members of the community. Because the circle process is structured to cultivate and support positive behavior inside and actually even much more importantly outside of the circle, we believe it's extremely